What is up?
Guys?
Welcome to MSM, everybody.
Happy to have you here.
We're glad to have you here. This is going to be an amazing time. We have some super awesome people with us today. We're going to be playing a game here, but first, let's introduce our contestants. Contestant number one is most likely the most handsome man on his Zoom screen. Let's have us introduce the one, the only, James Chaffon. James, what is up, man? He's right there. All right, James, tell us a little something about yourself. Let me know, when is the last time you picked your nose?
I don't know. Probably like yesterday.
Was it like 2 seconds ago? 2 weeks ago?
Probably yesterday.
Okay, all right. I like the honesty.
Appreciate the honesty. Yeah, thank you.
This is a true story.
Thank you.
I sat down for a Zoom call the other day, and I was just like digging around, and my camera was on, and I was like, oh man, whatever. And I didn't even try to hide it. I was like, let's just double down and go in for it. So people were watching me pick my nose. So that's pretty fun.
Always fun.
Always fun. Here we go.
Always fun.
Next group. This is the most amazing duo that I have ever seen.
Dynamic duo.
The one, the only, Karras siblings. Here we go. Karras.
Karras?
That's what I said.
Carrot.
That's what I said. Carrots.
Carrot.
Like the bunny, right?
Carrot.
No, like bunnies eat them.
No. Carrot.
Carrotses.
Now you got me confused.
All right, well, anyways, those other two people sitting right there. All right, Josh and I want to say Henrietta?
Yeah. Right?
All right, introduce yourselves. Who are you guys?
I'm Emily. I'm Josh.
Emily. Okay, so guys, let us know, just real quick, when is the last time you guys used a Q-tip and pulled out like a nice chunk on that Q-tip?
Like you know that orangey yellowish chunk that he was talking about, like when you stick it really get in there.
Never.
Never?
You've never
Wow.
like, stuck a Q-tip down in your ear?
Yeah, that's okay. No, might have been like a month ago.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Way to be
Cleansed? Cleansed. Sometimes I will not shower for a week just to make sure I get a nice good Q-tip. It's pretty good. Like right now, I'm on the back end of probably about 4 days. So
I can tell.
yeah, it's rough. It's rough. My hair is so greasy right now that I don't butter my bread anymore. I just comb my hair.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
so wait, why don't you just like take a piece of bread and just like rub it?
I like to get it on the comb and then use the comb to just grease it right
Okay.
on.
Okay.
All right, guys, so here's what's going to happen. We are going to be playing a game called Def Jams. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to play a song. We're going to mute our microphone. We're going to give you 3 choices of songs. And then we're going to play one of those songs. Oh! Surprise guest coming on. It is the Millers, it looks like. Now, if you don't know, the Millers have been on here several times over. They are reigning champs for Zoom calls. All right. Now, Millers, we have Grayson, we have Tony, and they are just popping into this game. Wonderful stuff. So I was just explaining the game. We're going to play a song. We're going to mute the microphone. You're going to have 3 choices, multiple choice. We're going to dance to the song you think that we're listening to. And then you have 1 guess to guess that song. First person to guess it correctly wins. Are you guys ready? Give me a big fat thumbs up if you're ready to go.
And if you take a guess and you're wrong, then you can't guess again.
Yeah, James is not ready.
Hence, 1 guess.
All right, here we go. I am going to start this off. Justin, if you can go up there and mute me.
You know, I would love to.
All right, wait for it. I got to read off the songs.
Okay.
All right, the 3 songs that you have to choose from are Can't Stop the Feeling, Jump Around, or My Heart Will Go On. Okay? Can't Stop the Feeling, Jump Around, or My Heart Will Go On. All right, get ready.
Kitty, why aren't you outside?
Do we just? You say it? What if
It's gonna be.
All right, can we guess?
Yeah, you're supposed to guess right away.
Oh, jump around.
Jump around.
Around to the Millers. That is 100% the song I was listening to and dancing to. Here we go for the next one.
Oh my.
Not entirely sure what happened, but we are going. Now you guys go to play. 1 point to the Millers. All right. The next round. I got you. I got you. All right, here we go. I'm pulling up the song. All right, we're going to hit play on the song as soon as it's muted. Let's tell them the choices. The choices are Hello by Adele, Hey Ya, or Old Town Road. Old Town Road. All right, get ready. Get set.
Wait, what?
DJ, spin that.
I didn't even hear it.
it's hello? Hello. Yeah, it's
Good
Down road.
job there, Caracases. That is one.
I didn't even hear the options.
Dance to that, 'cause it's like uber slow.
Dude, that's a sweet song to dance to.
Yeah, he was like,
Good, but like right off the bat, like once you get to the chorus, it's like better to dance to.
No way. I love what you were doing, just feeling it, you know,
You
let the
just-
music
you gotta
flow
let the-
through.
Yeah, you gotta let the music flow through.
That is wonderful. Okay, here we go. Next round is gonna be. All right, here we go. Pulling up a song. All right, you have Don't Stop Believing, Bye Bye Bye, Sweet Caroline. All right, Don't Stop the Feeling, or Don't Stop Believing. That was weird. Don't Stop Believing, Bye Bye Bye, Sweet Caroline. All right, are you ready?
Don't stop believing.
Bye, bye, bye.
All
Hey,
right,
way to go.
nicely
Okay.
done. What we are at a tie game right now. Woo! Millers, I should kick you out for that. Horrible guess. Horrible. Oh,
Can't believe it.
you know what?
Can't believe it.
I'm gonna let it slide because you guys are amazing. And thank you for joining us here. All right, here we go. Our next round is gonna be. Pull it up. Whoopsies. Here we go.
Gotta go back.
I don't know how computers work. I'm
Yeah,
not a doctor.
You gotta backspace when you start typing.
Do I look like a doctor?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. That is so sweet. I feel like I look like a doctor, but all right, your next songs. Party in the USA. Dance Monkey. Achy Breaky Heart. Party in the USA. Dance Monkey. Achy Breaky Heart.
I don't.
DJ.
Dance monkey.
monkey or whatever. Yeah.
Nicely
That's
done.
right,
All right.
that's right.
That is 2 points to the Millers, I believe. Was that the Millers that answered?
Yep.
All right, 2 points to Millers. Here we go. Our final song. And you know what? Just because I feel like I want to, I'm going to go ahead and say that the winner of this round wins the game because I don't care about points. All right, so I'm pulling up the song. Here we go. All right, these song choices are Roar by Katy Perry, Three Little Birds by Bob Marley, Uptown Funk by Charles Ominski. All right, here we go. DJ, spin that.
What's this name? Uptown Funk? No, I told you. I didn't guess that. I was just
The one by Bob Marley.
Roar.
Roar. Oh, well, they're the only ones who can't guess.
All right. Well
How
done.
did that roar?
By default, the Caracas is win.
Well
But you know
done.
what? I still feel like their heart was in the game.
Well done.
Awesome
I'm
stuff.
proud. I'm proud.
Thank you so much for playing. Guys, this has been Jeff here at Middle School Ministries. You guys are amazing. Don't go
You
anywhere,
guys.
people, because we are going right into our service. You can check out this extremely handsome, massively buff man talk about some really cool things. Here we go. Thank you so much. Watch this.
What's up, everybody? My name is John. Thank you for joining us this weekend here at MSM. We are in the middle of a series about Joseph and looking at the big picture in his life. All right, so if we're looking at this and we're trying to figure this out, what does it mean to see the big picture, right? Sometimes we can see right in front of our face, but that's not necessarily looking at everything in our lives, right? So we have this big picture of our lives. Now, Joseph's life is actually a great story to look at to see the small picture that's happening right in front of his face and the big picture. And today we're going to talk about a different part of the story that we haven't talked about yet. And obviously that makes sense, we would do that. But moving right along. How often do you do the right thing? When I think about my life, I know it's probably like more often than not that I don't do the right thing, right? So sometimes it's not on purpose. Like I'll be like, oh, I got to do those dishes or else my family's not going to be able to eat dinner. And then I just like turn away and I completely forget about the dishes. Sometimes I know what the right thing is to do and I absolutely just do the complete and total opposite. So I talked to some people yesterday about doing the right thing. We have online school right now, and I said, who cheats at online school? And every single one of them said they cheat at online school. I don't know what you guys are doing, but last time I checked, cheating at school was wrong, and you're choosing to do the wrong thing. Now you guys have texting and everything else that you can do to do it. When I was younger, I had to actually write it on the inside of my hat upside down, so that when I was doing it, I could like look up at my hat, pull my hat way down, and then I could look up at it and see the answers. Yeah, it was a pretty clever way, no, not at all, to cheat. And so cheating is this thing that we know is wrong, but we do it anyway because we think it makes our lives easier, right? But doing the right thing isn't always easy. Sometimes it takes away from a thing we really want to do. Usually when I do the wrong thing, it's because I want to be lazy. And doing the right thing would take away from more time of me sitting down on the couch eating chips. And let's be honest, I need a lot less of that in my life to begin with. Usually when we do the right thing, we're losing something, we're missing out on something. And doing the right thing isn't always easy. Sometimes it can be really complicated to do the right thing. Maybe you have to tell somebody something that they need to know. Or maybe we don't even know what the right thing is to do. And we're kind of stuck in between this rock and a hard place and you're not sure where to go. And how do we know what to make the right decision in our lives is? How do we even know what the right decision is? And so today we're going to look at this part of Joseph's life and just kind of see what he does. Now Joseph, he was the most loved son of his father. His brothers hated him. They took him, they killed an animal, put the blood on his coat, threw him in a well, took the coat back to his father. It was like, hey, he's dead, check that out. And his dad's like, no. And so they go back to the well, they get him out of the well, and then they sell him into slavery. And now we're picking up the story after that. So Joseph is now this slave of this guy named Potiphar. And so Potiphar is in charge of everything in this house, right? He's like the head honcho. And so Joseph works his way up to be like the guy in charge of the house. And so here we have this, and we're going to go ahead and pick up the story here in Genesis 39, about halfway through verse 6. All right, and it says, "Now Joseph was a well-built and handsome." Thank you. I think it reminds you of somebody else you might know. "And after a while, his master's wife took notice to Joseph and said, 'Come to bed with me.'" That's a really weird thing to do. Like, it's got an exclamation point there. I don't know why. Like, she was wanting some Joseph. And but he refused. And he said, "With me in charge with me in charge," he told her, my master does not concern himself with anything in the house. Everything he owns, he has entrusted to my care. No one is greater in this house than I am. My master has withheld nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. How then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" And though she spoke to Joseph day after day, he refused to go to bed with her and even be with her. So when we look at this, we can see Joseph is actually really, really important in this. And Potiphar's wife's like, "Hey, boo, come on now, shoot me that text, let me see." And she's like, no. He refuses her lots and lots of times. And he refused to even be in the same room with her because he knew that there was this temptation and she was trying to do things. And so the story goes on to say that she makes an advance at him, and she's like, "Hey," and he's like, "No." And so he goes to run. She grabs his coat, and he takes off, but then she says that he was like, "Hey, girl, come on over here." And then so she said no, and she said, "Well, when I screamed, he ran away." This obviously makes Potiphar super mad, gets him thrown in jail. So Joseph was just trying to do the right thing. All he was trying to do was do the right thing by him and by God and by everybody else around him, and he gets thrown in jail. So doing the right thing can definitely cost us something. Here it cost Joseph everything he had at this time, right? He was in charge of this guy's whole house, his whole life, everything, and it cut him down at the knees just doing the right thing and threw him in jail. When we can't see the bigger picture, when we can't see what's next in front of our faces, whatever's happening, like, hey, I don't know what the school year is going to look like now because I'm at home. I don't know what graduation is going to look like now. All of this other stuff, all we can do is the next right thing. I think in Frozen 2, they had a pretty awesome song about that. You should go check that song out because it's pretty much exactly what we're talking about here, plus Jesus. That's kind of cool. So doing the next right thing is important. It's one of the most important things you can do. And while it might be hard and you might actually lose something in the process, a friend, whatever the benefit you're going to try to do by cheating or anything else, it can show integrity. It can show that you're willing to do the right thing even when things are hard. And so when we're struggling to do the next right thing, we need to do these three things here, right? One, we need to see our situation. We need to take notice of what's actually happening around us. And we need to stop and we need to look at what's going on. We need to identify, that's the second one, identify what the right thing to do is. What would God say I need to do to honor Him and to follow His will? And the last thing we need to do is tell someone what the next right thing we want to do is, because if I say I'm going to do the next right thing, but I don't tell anybody, how is anybody going to know that I'm actually trying to do the next right thing? I am a weak man. I have weak will. I think my belly is a good way to show that with all the sugar that I eat. And so we need to tell someone that we want to do the next right thing. If I say in my head, I'm done. I'm done with sweets. I'm done with sugar. Never going to touch it again. I can't hold myself accountable for that because I know as soon as I see a Snickers, that's mine. All right, so this is what I want you guys to take away from this, all right? When you are in a hard situation like this, just do the next right thing. You don't have to worry about what's happening later. You don't have to even think about the big picture. All you have to do is what's the right thing to do right now. Do the next right thing. I want you guys to text in, leave a comment, do whatever you can about what is the next right thing you need to do in your life. What is the next right thing that you have to do to follow God? All right, guys, let me pray for us and we'll get out of here, okay? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this time. Thank you for this ability to come here and still talk to the students. Lord, thank you for giving us guidance in our lives that helps us identify what the next right thing to do is. Lord, sometimes that's not always easy. Help us see the path that follows you and follow that path even if it's difficult. Lord, give us strength and courage to do the right thing and wisdom to see what we need to do. Lord, we love you in your name. Amen. All right, guys, do the next right thing. Listen to that song from Frozen because that's cool, I guess. All right, bye.
All right, everybody. Hello. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed looking at that handsome fella over there talking to you about Jesus. I don't know who he is, but man, he looks pretty buff.
Pretty similar to the description of Joseph.
I know, pretty similar. Morbidly obese and can maybe learn something. All right, we have us a special guest here today. It is the one, the only, Tim Gage. Hello, Tim. How are you?
Hey, guys. I'm doing great. How are you?
We're living that dream. Now, if you don't know who Tim is a rock star in our middle school ministry. He shows up all the time, even when we say, Tim, don't show up anymore. He's still with us, and he is constantly doing great things. We love Tim. Tim's amazing. Tim, we are going to give you the interview of your lifetime.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Well, thanks for joining us.
All right, Justin, why don't you hit him with your question you were telling us about?
Okay, so Tim, this is a very important question, one that I've put a lot of thought and deliberation into. And I just wanted to get your opinion, all right? If you had to pick who would win in a fight between a grilled cheese sandwich and a taco, which one would win and why?
Ooh, a grilled cheese sandwich would win because the taco is way too fragile.
Ooh, wow. That is a good answer. I did not think about the fragility.
Yes.
Of a taco.
Man, that is the one aspect of that question I haven't thought through.
What did you guch think?
I actually thought the taco would win.
Taco.
It's spicy. It's got more ingredients in it.
The punch of the taco.
A wallop.
You bite into it. It's like just so much more to the taco.
These are the facts.
I feel like it just provides more in a fight scenario than the grilled cheese.
But now I'm actually rethinking.
Well, I think you got to think about that. Like the taco definitely tastes better than the grilled cheese, but at the end of the day, we're talking about fighting and not eating. So, you got to go with the grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese would win in a fight between a grilled cheese and a single.
Yeah. I mean, how many other sandwiches can you dip in tomato, in tomato soup, and it doesn't fall apart, and it tastes delicious?
Well, Tim, that's actually a common misconception. You can dip anything in tomato soup if you're brave enough. So let's do the second question. Which person on the student ministry staff is most likely to get arrested, and what do you think they'd be arrested for?
I would say Nate.
That actually checks out.
and I would say it would just be being in the wrong place at the wrong time, looking like the wrong person, who is looking like he is not supposed to be there, right? And it just happened to be a bad coincidence. That seems like something that would happen to Nate.
Real here. MSM. I was expecting like Todd because he'd steal the bank or something. No, we hit it serious. That was a for real question. And all of us actually worry about that on a daily basis.
Couldn't you just see him trying to get into a Starbucks right now, being like, I need coffee, I need coffee, I need coffee, right?
You are not wrong. Absolutely not. Last question. Tim, if you could be a blank, like a werewolf, something like that, what kind of a were animal would you be and why?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think I would be a were shark.
Ooh.
And it's not because I would want to eat anybody. It's just because I would like to scare everybody and just like get them off the beach. And then because if you're a were shark, you could also see some really, really cool stuff. I always thought I wanted to scuba dive until I realized that, I don't like sharks. And then, but if I was aware, right? But if I was a were shark, I could be scuba diving and on the reef and checking things out and nobody would even bother me.
That is very true.
Wow. Great answers
I
to
love it.
all those questions.
I would be a were whale just because I don't think I would change much. I've got over this quarantine.
I'm just like,
What kind of were whale?
I would be a were humpback whale because I've got this thing on my back that's like kind of gross. I'll show you sometime. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair. You did wash my feet on stage, so that's good.
True, yeah. And I just wouldn't change much. Like I'm pretty much a were whale right now. Tim, thank you so much for joining us.
you're the man. Thanks so much.
We love you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Hope to see everybody soon. Everybody hang in there.
We're doing it. All right, Justin, you have some shout outs you wanted to make here. Tim, you're good to go. Thank you. Go ahead, Justin.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Shout outs.
Yeah, so like one super important question I asked was like drop your favorite cereal. We got Layla and Bailey who said they like Fruity Pebbles.
Boom, I just bought Fruity Pebbles the other day. That's amazing. Okay, go ahead.
Autumn likes Lucky Charms. Isaac likes Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Owen, he says his favorite cereal is Cocoa Puffs. Congratulations on the win Thursday night with Talent Show.
That was
Thursday.
amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
If you guys haven't been checking in, every Thursday at 7 p.m., we have Talent Show Thursdays on Instagram, live every single week. Great, super fun. Check into those. But yeah, just wanted to give those people a shout out. Thanks for joining.
And here's this thing with Lucky Charms that I got to get off my
Okay.
chest.
Yeah.
I always think that I like them until I'm eating them alone in the dark. And then I realize it's stale marshmallows with gross whatever. Because you take the color away from Lucky Charms and it's just not good. You get like these squeaky marshmallows on your teeth.
But you're telling me you don't like the marshmallows?
You know what? I think actually maybe what I'm trying to say is
Why do you eat them in the dark?
I eat cereal alone in the dark because I'm not doing well, guys. This quarantine, I need somebody to come by my house and just say hi, whatever it is. Yeah, so let's actually roll past that. I might have revealed a little too much here.
Keep rolling down.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So this has been Middle School Ministry. Before you head out, I want to talk to you guys about something awesome happening here. Connect Group. So if you don't know what a Connect Group is, it is a group where people can come together and connect. This guy gets it right here. So we have a couple of different Connect groups that can happen. They are starting up here very soon. Justin, tell us about these different Connect groups.
Yes. So one of the first ones we have.
Is this a weird way to sit?
I don't believe so. So one of the Connect groups we have that actually starts on Monday is led by a very special person, the one, the only, the Were Whale John. Hey, there we go. But it's actually called board games. So if you're bored at home, guess what you can play?
Games.
Board
What?
games.
Board? Oh,
You're
okay.
supposed to say games.
Okay, try it again.
So if you're bored at home, you know what you can play?
Oh, I'm starting it. Board
Games.
Yay!
Hey,
We work
super
together.
fun. So yeah, if you guys want to sign up for that one, sign up for that one. If you are musically talented, if you like to sing, if you can play an instrument, please check out the band auditions. The legend
This is a bass.
Zoe.
I don't know instruments. Go ahead.
The legend Zoe Yvette Jameson is going to be leading that Connect group.
Facts.
So if you want to try out for singing or playing an instrument, just go ahead, sign up for that one. Another one is called Head Start. So it's just like trying to help.
We are looking for a didgeridoo player if you have one of those. Go ahead.
A what?
A didgeridoo.
What is that?
Are you being serious? You don't know what a didgeridoo
Yeah,
is?
what the heck is a didgeridoo?
A didgeridoo is a really cool instrument. I believe it's actually from Australia. It's just a big long tube, and you like play it kind of like a trumpet. And it's like,
Oh, is that like the Ricola guy?
no, that's a horn.
You said didgeridoo, and all I envisioned was Dobby from like Harry Potter.
Ah,
I don't know
okay,
why.
I can
Okay,
see
but
that.
we're going back. Head Start. Head Start is one where you're able to like kind of learn more about the church, learn more
Yeah.
about student ministries, kind of what student ministries is doing, what our vision and mission is, and kind of what we do and the heartbeat behind student ministries.
Yep.
Another one.
I give you an edge, if you will, in our
edge.
ministry. Almost like you get to begin the race before other people.
Ooh, Head Start.
Oh,
Well
okay.
done, well done, well
All
done.
right.
Another one for the gentlemen out there, if you would like to be called a man or referred to as a man or start becoming a man, there's one out there for you. It's super great opportunity led by the famous, the only Charles Chuck Chaz Ominski.
We don't have much nice to say about him, so that's okay.
But he's famous.
In some circles, they said. But if you don't know how to do man stuff, that's a cool place to do. I don't know what man stuff is actually.
If you don't want to do man stuff, but you like sports stuff, we also have another Connect group for you guys, led by the infamous Nathaniel Gordon Pavlovich.
who apparently is most likely to go to prison.
According to Tim Gage.
I would
So
agree
if
with
you-
that.
If you are missing out on, like, say your sports season got canceled or you're just missing your teammates, just please invite all your teammates, invite your sports teams, invite anybody that you know loves sports, has a heartbeat for that, and it'll be a great time for them to all connect there. And last but certainly not least, we love you guys.
That's actually true! Yay! All right.
We're super happy that you guys joined us this weekend.
You guys are amazing. We love you. You're great. Tune in next time. Do awesome things. Keep being awesome. We love you. Watch our videos. Grumpy Guy Reviews is up.
Check it out.
Where I talk
Check it
about how much I hate Frozen 2.
No, not you.
Oh, we're a Grumpy Guy.
Grumpy Guy.
A
Grumpy Guy. Like, Grumpy Guy reviews movies and stuff. So if you want him to review something, drop something in the comments.
Yeah, so there's different movies where Grumpy Guy says things, but it's awesome. So watch that. All right, we love you. Bye.
Too much, you right. They say I play too rough. You tight. When I play, I don't play. That's wordplay. My jersey is home team. That's Earl Day. And I tee off like Earl Grey. I eat y'all like cheesecake on my cheat day. That's easy. To the DK. Tell me what you mean. If you pull a fast one, throw it by the seam. Everything ain't always what it seems. Root for the home team. If we don't win, that's a shame. But I never been that. Since I came up in the game, I defend that current title. Word the Bible. Sweep ya. See ya later. Bite as I slide home. And my goals, always the same. I'm only up against me. Ooh, how many y'all push yourself to get up at 3? Do push ups, man, I up my feet. I got a couple tricks up my sleeve. I came from pushing the bucket to bucket seats.